My name is Dr. Alison Godwin, and I would like to show you how we are using concepts from video games to do research. First of all, the mining industry came to us with a problem. They had large pieces of equipment known as loaders and haul trucks that were driving into open holes, hitting the sides of the tunnels, and getting into accidents with other people moving around on foot underground. The problem was visibility. The operator of the machine really couldn't see very much when seated in the operator's position. This red and green photo shows you just where the operator has visibility and doesn't have visibility. So we put this problem into virtual reality to try and understand it better. We took an Oculus Rift headset and controls that might be used for driving a car game, and we coded a custom environment that was an underground mine with pretend pedestrians moving around. Then we started to study how hard it is for an underground operator to see those pedestrians and what we might be able to do to improve their ability to perceive the pedestrians and avoid collisions. Inside this custom game, we can also test different locations for the display panel. We can also test different designs to see which one might be best for the operator. For instance, the overhead view that you see on the top right picture might allow operators to pick up where the hazards are quicker and more efficiently. The virtual reality environment has an actual mine tunnel programmed into it, and the goal of the game is to move ore from the muck piles to the ore pass, a task that real workers do every day underground. Along the way, they encounter pedestrians moving in their environment, and they need to avoid hitting them to be successful in the game. Because you can collect a lot of data in games, we can see where people tend to hit their machines against the side of the wall, and we can also see where in the mine tunnel things might be problematic for operators to get around safely. The next thing we did was make the VR environment look better and made the pedestrians have some artificial intelligence so that they start to move in ways that react to how you as the driver operates in the virtual environment. Having a realistic looking environment enhances how people interact with your games and makes them more engaging and more realistic. This helps us get data and information that we can have a lot of confidence in when we try to apply these understandings and solutions to real world problems. In the next video, you are going to see that some of this realism includes artificial intelligence of the pedestrian avatar. The pedestrian in the game now reacts to what the operator is doing. We will see that the avatar stops, makes eye contact with you as the operator, and waves. These are safety strategies that we want actual workers to learn about. As well, we can see that the pedestrian then does something unexpected and they move back into the operator's environment. You can see the benefit of having a camera inside the cab to give the driver more situational awareness. They are able to identify the pedestrian worker and stop before having a fatal collision. We can also use this system to test the impact of using different ways to alert the driver. As well as a video feed, in virtual reality, we could add an auditory or a visual alarm to the display or a vibro-tactile alert to get their attention more quickly. Because it's VR and we made the game ourselves, we can test whatever we want, and this makes the combination of games and research very powerful. Computer science students at Laurentian have the chance to learn coding skills on these projects. Kinesiology students have the chance to study how humans react in these environments. Because we know that using virtual reality training is just as effective as receiving information via other methods of learning, we decided to make a more easily accessible version of our virtual simulator. The first version was done inside an Oculus Go. You can see that the user can move around the environment as a pedestrian, and they get feedback about where they are and are not visible based on the color of the eye in the display. The graphics look great, But this experience might be out of reach of most people and businesses because the Oculus Go was still a $200 headset. We wanted to make this knowledge more accessible, so a computer scientist moved the information onto a web VR platform. This VR experience that you're watching now can be experienced on any web browser or a smartphone paired with a cheap VR headset to get a more immersive experience. Many of us now have these $20 VR headsets in our homes. This experience helps people learn about where they should stand when they're around these large pieces of machinery. In this experience, we added concepts of gamification to further motivate learning outcomes. You will see that you can earn different amounts of XP each time you gain more knowledge. XP is short for experience points. We wanted to see if users who are motivated to gain more XP will do better on the exit test that we designed. And we want to know if the VR environment motivates people to interact with the environment for longer and gain more knowledge that helps them be safer in their workplaces.